Well, thank you so much for joining us on this Beurax presentation. We're here to give you a fair and open, honest overview of the Beurax opportunity. We were very fortunate to have a look at this way back in October last year. And the first thing we noticed, and what you might notice too, is when you go to the bottom of the Beurax page, you'll find a PDF. That's for you to read, that's for you to understand. The good news is it's absolutely free to register, and I was very pleased with that you could log in for free and have a look around, get familiar with the website with absolutely no commitment, and that was the first thing that I liked about the project. Now, what I didn't like is what I see on the screen here. I didn't like the small print on the documents, and it appeared that they were trying for me to see the big print here, like the $75 million. So that was kind of distracting me over to the left-hand side, but I was more interested in reading the small print. So we got it, we wrote to the government in Australia. We were able to point us to these documents, and now we have them on government paper, and we're clearly able to see that the company is registered. That's very, very important. And now we can rely on the government documentation, and we can rely heavily on their documentation, because you would expect them to have residence in their country. They would have to look at their passports and all the due diligence required to set up a business of this nature. Now, we were guided to this website called connectonline.asic.gov.au. You can see that at the top of your screen. I would highly recommend every one of you to take down that website, go and get these documents yourself. And then you're conducting your own due diligence, and you'll be very, very happy with the results. Now, when we got this website, we were very happy because it is a government website. For instance, if this was a UK government, it would be .gov.uk, and the same for all the countries around the world. They've got the government websites. And when you get here, you might be a little bit confused, but this is a tour guide. I'm giving you a guide through the website and the portal. When you click the down arrow here, just put in business name and organization, and type in the company you're searching for. And of course, in this case, we're looking for Beurax. And when you press the go button, you will duly find whether they're registered, when they registered, have they got an Australian company number. That's very, very important. We were speaking to one of our friends, Nelson, from Australia, who knows, he actually has a friend that works inside ASIC, and he told us, you know, things should be fine as long as they've got this Australian company number, and we were very, very pleased to see that. Now, if they were unregistered for any reason, it would say unregistered, or the status would be unregistered. Of course, they're presently registered, and that's very, very important. So the other thing is we learned that there's a variety of times you can register for: 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Again, you can find out all that information from the documentation. Now, what we had to do was, in the bottom left where it says information for purchase, we actually went down here and it says the current and historical company information. So if you want to do your homework, click this little box. It just costs $17. Very, very important to get this document in your own hands, so you're not believing the internet, you're not believing or listening to a stranger. You've done your own homework, you're satisfied with your decisions, and go ahead and buy that document. Now, the document will come back to you, and again, you'll see it's the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. I suppose for people in the United States, that will be the equivalent of the SEC, the Securities, because there's certain guidelines and regulations that you have to conform to when you're getting involved in a business of this nature. So very, very important to do your homework. We were very happy to find out the name of the company, the full title of the company. We could see when they registered. There was a lot of detail you get from this document. And then our good friend Chris, also from Australia, he went to the offices. Now we can see here that the registered address is 121 Market Street. And Chris, a friend of ours, he actually took this photograph just this week, would you believe it, from Australia. He was down there in Canberra. Now, Canberra is the capital city. Now, it is a big, big, big building. And to be honest, he had difficulties finding the company. Now, why am I telling you that? Well, I want to be open and transparent. We've been told that the company will not allow visitors to their office. And through these COVID times, you must make an appointment if you want to come to the offices. So even though he was outside the building, he was unable. Now, we've had other clients, of course, earlier in the year, did meet Mrs. Susan Pope. She is the CMO, and also met Brandon Watts, the CEO of the company. But right now, under COVID times, it's impossible without appointment to go and meet with the company. I suppose, like, if you use Facebook, you don't go and meet Facebook. If you use Google, you don't go and meet Google. They're a technology company. They have a lot of software. They have a lot of trading going on there. They have a lot of responsibility and money under management there. So it's not the environment for people like ourselves to be calling in unannounced. It's very, very important. If you're going to meet them, make an appointment so that you're greeted to meet this company. Now, what we really wanted to find out was the $75 million. Tell us more about this. Well, again, on the government document, we found that these shares are what's called fully paid shares. And that means they're not what's called beneficially held shares. That means there are 10,000 shares, 100,000 shares at $750 each of ordinary shares, fully paid up shares, meaning these guys have a lot of wealth. This is a serious operation. If you go to any government organization and you're putting these type of numbers on their documents, they're going to get questions. There's no doubt the government's going to say, well, where did you get this money? Where do you bank this money? What kind of business have you? So we were very pleased to get this on the documentation because, as I said, we found it on the website, but this was clarification from the government that they do indeed have fully paid shares at $75 million. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to give you any advice. I'm not here to encourage you. I'm just giving you some information based on my own opinions, my own calculations. And some of the performance here is spectacular, what you're going to see. Again, I've got to say this, that past performance does not equal future results. So be very, very careful when you're getting involved in any kind of program. Make sure you have your homework done and understand that trading is risky. Now, if you want a free account, that's cool. Everybody should at least have a free account. Log in and have a look around. The other thing I just want to point out, and this was pointed out to me very recently as well. This telephone number that I'm showing here, again, is not operating. I'm being very transparent here. They use a ticketing system. They have a live feed for the customer support. And I promise you, if you speak to anyone, they will tell you the customer support is fantastic. We're very, very, very impressed with the customer support. But this phone number was taken off, I think, last November, or maybe even before that, because people kept ringing up and ringing up and ringing up, asking questions about the company and not about the product, and not like client calls at all. So it was very, very distracting for them, and that number is not working. I just want you to know that. Now, can you have a free account? Absolutely. The person that shared this with you will send you a link. Please make sure that you see their referrer or their username here as you're registering. There is no charge. It's totally free. There's no reason why you wouldn't log in and take a free account. You just need a few details, and you also probably will populate your payment system with either a Bitcoin wallet, an Ethereum wallet, maybe you want to use Litecoin. There are a variety of options, and what you need to do is insert your wallet address from any exchange that you use, and that's the wallet you're going to receive your rewards. You're going to receive any payments onto that wallet, so you can put that in. You can also change that a little bit later. If you want to alter that, you can go to your account settings and change that. So it's totally free to join, and that made me very, very comfortable. I don't like these companies that they want the money up front. They want to take money off you. Even though the government want to charge you $17 for the information, this company will let you join for free, and I think that's quite nice. Now, once you get inside, I'm just going to give you a tour of the back office. One of the customers or one of the clients for the company has allowed me to share their data with you. I've just hid their name and email address so they don't get 5 million emails after this presentation. So they've been very kind to me. They've allowed me to keep track of their account and share this with you, just as a tour guide, and show you around. You have a green dollar clock here. This is your dollar bank. You have a salmon colored bank. That's your Bitcoin bank. And then you have your Ethereum bank. Effectively, what you need to do, or what you'd like to do, is start accumulating funds here in these 3 clocks. And as long as there's money here, you just press the withdraw button and take it out. But first of all, you might replenish that account and put some in. And once you press the plus sign, whether it's here for USDT, or here for Bitcoin, or here for Ethereum, that will give you your own internal wallet. And you fund that wallet, and the balance comes here on these top clocks. Now, you can immediately just press withdraw and take it out again, and that was the first test we did. We wanted to see, okay, it's easy to go in, how do you get the money out? So we hit the withdraw button, and duly, we took the money out. So very, very, very simple, in and out. You can test that all day long. And if there's a balance in any of these clocks up at the top, you just press the withdraw button and you remove that balance anytime you wish. That's your discretion. In fact, we have customers withdrawing up to 6 times a day. There's some people wake up in the morning and do withdrawals. There's other people do it twice a day. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, because this is 24/7. Now, what we now need to look at is what's available in terms of plans for this opportunity. Well, on the left-hand side, you're going to see total return, currency, interest rate, and commodity swap. So there are 4, let's call those categories. There's 4 categories. You will see the same 4 categories across the top here as well. And it starts with total return. Now, why is it blue? Because that one has been pressed, that one's been highlighted. If you were to press currency swaps, this would go clear and this would go blue. So we're looking now at the total returns. And the first plan that's available to you is a very small plan. It's let's have a look here. The first thing you need to notice if you're new is which currency are we speaking about. So you can see in brackets here, this is USDT, this is dollars. The minimum plan is just $20. And again, I felt quite comfortable with that. I mean, $20 is not going to put anyone out of house and home. It's not going to spoil anyone's family budget. $20, very, very soft entry level. And that means essentially anybody on the planet could probably get involved with this opportunity. Now, what does this plan offer? This plan offers 1.4% profit every day based on 15 business days, or what they call 15 working days. So Monday to Friday, you get 1.4%. Let me tell you, what are these guys doing? These guys are trading on the various markets. They have 9 currency pairs that they're trading on. The results, there's a live monitor on this website. You can click the live monitor. It probably executes about 20 seconds behind live. And the reason they give the data 20 seconds late is to stop customers coming in and copying their moves. They will show you every trade. They will show you all the wins. They show you all the losers. And as long as the company's making 75% wins versus 25% losers, then you're in good hands. But what they do here is they give you 1.4% profit for 15 days. Now, if you multiply 15 by 1.4, that comes out at 21. You're going to get 21% on this particular account. Now, the next account beside it here is a little bit different. It's for those customers that can afford $500 up to $1,000. And 2 things you will notice. Number 1, it's 1.5 instead of 1.4, so there's slightly better return. But more importantly, you're getting 5 extra days, 5 bonus days. So this plan is 15, this plan is 20, and the net effect of that, ladies and gentlemen, it offers you 30% instead of 21. So that's a very important difference. But again, it's very, very clear, very simple website to navigate. It's very clear, USD, minimum, maximum amount of days. That's kind of the contract you're in for 20 days. And I like that as well, ladies and gentlemen, that these are short-term plans. You know, you're not locked into this for a year or 2 years or 10 years, like maybe a pension contribution or something like that. You could be paying all your life. Here, short-term, 15 days, that's very cool. 20 days, you know, these are short-term plans and something for everyone. Again, if you want better, well then the higher contribution you make, so $1,000 up to 2,500, you can see you're now getting 1.6 on this plan. You can see that's a 25-day term. Over here, we're looking at 30 days, and that's for those that can contribute 2,500 up to 5,000, 51%. And how do you work that out? You put 30 in your computer, multiply it by 1.7, and that equals 51. And that's 51%, which is spectacular. Now, and the best rate you're going to get is 1.8% profit. So this profit is paid every single day, 5 days a week. And the good news is on the last day, you get all of your money back. Okay, so you get your profit every day. But on the last day with this particular plan, you get your full deposit return as well. So this is the top plan here in the total return swaps. We're looking at 1.8% a day. It's a $5,000 to $10,000 account. Maximum term is 35 days. Essentially, in just over a month, you're in and you're out, and you've got your profit. 63%, guys. That is spectacular. And it's you know, some people say, well, how can they make so much money? Guys, if you had bought Bitcoin 3 months ago when it was $17,000 and it's now at time of recording here $34,000, you would have doubled your money doing nothing, absolutely nothing, if you understand the bull market of cryptocurrency. So when these guys are talking about 20% and 40% and 63%, this is quite normal in the very bullish cryptocurrency markets. Of course, they're using AI, they're using trading, they're using traders to execute these trades, and they're getting exceptional results. And that's what we've seen to date, exceptional results. Now, the next thing I want you to note is this is BTC. So these were USD. Now we're looking at BTC, which is the ticker tape for Bitcoin. So for those of you that have or understand Bitcoin, the minimum plan is 0.001 Bitcoin. That's the minimum. Up to half a Bitcoin, you get 1.4%. And you can see this term, it's a 20-day plan, a nice short 20-day plan. If we go on and keep scrolling, you'll see that if you need 1.5% profit, you're looking at half a Bitcoin up to 2, which is a 30-day plan. And now I think you understand how the website works. It's very simple. If we go to Ethereum, so you just keep scrolling till you find the currency of your choice. Here it's 0.1 Ethereum up to 5 Ethereum, a short 20-day plan at 1.4%. So the smaller plans start at 1.4, and then obviously the higher the profit, the higher the risk, the lengthier the term, then you get into these higher returns. Now, that's just the first category. That was just the total returns. You can also click on the currency swaps, but these are probably for the higher net worth individuals. Again, understand that trading is risky. Profits, I mean, I can't guarantee you profits, and I'm sure this company will say the same, but their results from the past, guys, has been absolutely spectacular. And we've lots of customers worldwide that are testifying to these spectacular results. If you like the currency swaps, the minimum in dollars is 10,000, but this is a big plan because it's 3% a day for a total of 90 days. That means 90 multiplied by 3 is 270% in just 90 days. And guys, that means a $10,000 plan would turn into $27,000 in just 90 days. However, you must take note, this plan, you do not get your principal at the end. This is paid, your profit and your principal are given every day. So you can withdraw every day for those 90 days, and there is nothing given back on the last day. Whereas these plans, the first suite I spoke about, you get it back at the end. Here you're getting it back as you go along. In other words, you're getting your profit and your principal collectively together every single day. And in fact, guys, in effectively 30 days, you've all your money back anyway. If you're getting 3% a day, in 30 days, you've got 90% of your money back. You don't have to wait to 90 days to have all your money out. So there you go. Now, for those of you that want to do Bitcoin, you just need to scroll through these. Here we go. BTC, so very simple. It offers a little bit more. It's 3.1. It's that 90-day term. It's for those that can contribute 1 to 5 Bitcoins, giving a total of 279%. For those that like Ethereum, the minimum in the commodity swaps is 25 Ethereum. So that's a fairly big chunk, but again, 90 days, 3.1%. And that leads us to the third category, and we call these interest rate swaps. Now, with the particular world we find ourselves in, with this very unusual COVID climate that we find ourselves in, some countries are opening, some countries are closing, some countries can't get product moved, some can. So it disrupts business, it disrupts currencies, it disrupts life in general. And the interest rate swaps here is what's known as a variable return. Variable, and it's anything from 1.5% all the way up to 2.1%. So it varies. And this is a 45-day plan. There are only 3 of them. They're all just a 45-day term. That's a very short-term plan. Minimum is $1,000 up to $50,000. 1.9. That just happens to be 1.9 on the day I logged in. The next day was 2.1. The next day was also 2.1. The next day was also 2.1. The day after that was 1.8. And it moves between 1.5 and 2.1. So you're going to see a variety here You want to see a variety as you log in and log out of the website. So again, if you want to do Bitcoin, minimum is a tenth of a Bitcoin, 0.1 up to 5, 45-day plan. And for those that like Ethereum, just 3 Ethereum gets you into this, up to 120 for those 45 days. This is a very nice plan, very, very popular with the community. And then the final category, we can see here's the commodity swaps if we highlight that. This is my least favorite, although I've been speaking to lots of people who absolutely prefer this one. The reason I don't prefer this one is because it's a long-term plan. It's a 200-day plan. You're looking at over 6 months. And the other thing that I don't particularly like, I'm just giving you an honest and open, fair review here, is that you get it at the end of the period. You get the reward at the end. You don't get it as you go along. Now, if you, it depends on the client. I mean, if you have disposable income that you don't need to touch for a while, then maybe this is the plan for you. I also know some people let this very bad disease that us humans have, this disease is called greed. And I've seen some people come in and they've just taken it because it's 4.2%. That's the biggest. 4.2 is the best profit you can get every day. And they've just done that without reading, without thinking. And you know, if you need money at the end of the month to pay a bill or a mortgage or a rent bill or food, you know, be very, very careful. Understand the plans. Pick the plan. There's something here tailored for you. Be comfortable with your decision, and don't expose yourself to any more than you can afford to lose. That's probably the furthest way to look at this. But this one starts with just $20. Again, it's quite reasonable if you wanted to tie up $20 for 200 days. You're looking at 840%, guys, and that's spectacular. I have lots of clients that tell me they love this one, they prefer this one. Myself, I haven't taken out a plan like this at all. So again, that's entirely up to you. So you can see there are 4 different categories. There's a variety of currencies, a variety of terms, and a variety of results, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that leads us to the next question. Okay, we've heard a little bit about the company. We can see the plans that are available. We know how to get funded, but how do we take the money out? Well, very, very simple. If you can read English, it says withdraw, and you simply press the withdraw button, and then you can either cut and paste the balance in here into the withdrawal box, enter amount. So if there was an unusual amount here, or let's say this was 0.164325562, you can actually cut and paste that and place it into the withdrawal box and hit the withdraw button. Again, if you've dollars, let's say you had $200, you type in $200, but you change this to either Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can pay out your dollars in Bitcoin or Ethereum. So there's good conversion here on the site as well. In this example, you can see that the customer decided to withdraw 0.05. So there was 0.06 in the account. They decided to leave 0.01 in the account. They took out 0.05. They pressed the withdraw button, and then the funds duly go to your external exchange or to your cold storage wallet, wherever wallet you put in when you register. And you can see here that the 0.05 was duly paid out. It's interesting to note that, you know, this client, I mean, there's no name on this account. They haven't told me there's no name on this client's account, but look, it's quite interesting for us to look at this. Like 1.3 Bitcoin back in October was $17,000. Now we know that 1 Bitcoin is at today's price $33,000. You know, isn't it amazing what's happening in this amazing bull market? It's not hard to see how these guys are making serious money. Again, this account holder has shown us that they took out that 0.05. There is that transaction. But look at the next day, they took out 0.1. The following day, they took out 2 Ethereum. 2 Ethereum they took out the next day. Then on the 27th, they took two withdrawals. That's $1,000 and 0.24. Then on the 29th, they took 2 payments out. So this is withdrawals we're looking at. So you can see that this customer, after 1 week, had withdrawn $1,000, 0.17 of a Bitcoin, and 2 Ethereum or 2.4 Ethereum. And you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, that the reporting on this website is spectacular. It really is good. There's a lot of tabs down here, a lot of information that you can navigate, and that's how the withdrawals work. Now, the same client was happy to show us that what happened on the 7th of November, 9th, 10, 10, and now they're taking 3 withdrawals a day, 11, 11, 11. So they're withdrawing Ethereum, and they're withdrawing their dollars into Bitcoin, and they're withdrawing their Bitcoin. So they're doing multiple withdrawals per day, and that's entirely up to you. So at this point in time, I would say this account was probably about 2 weeks old. They'd withdrawn $6,200, half a Bitcoin, and 3 Ethereum when you add up all these fractions. So very transparent and very, very, very clear reporting on the website. Now, I want to show you another client's account. This is a totally different client. In fact, this client was an ex-bank manager. And after doing the due diligence with the company and getting that document from ASIC, once they received that from the Australian government, this client got very bullish. And on the very first day, on the 23rd of October, they put in a Bitcoin. Well, I was quite impressed, I suppose, the very next day. That was the 24th of October. So on the 23rd of October, they put in a Bitcoin. On the 24th of October, they put in another Bitcoin. On the 25th of October, they put in 25 Ethereum. So this is a high net worth individual. Obviously, if they could do this. There are people on this call that know this gentleman. They know him well. And you can see that he had a small plan here as well at 0.15 Ethereum. So total running was 4 plans. He had 4 plans running. All of them were active and none had closed. Why? Because this was these plans had just started. Now you can also see here that there were 78 days left. Can you see 78? So these were 90-day plans. 90 days, 90 days, 90 days. There was 78 days remaining, which meant after 12 days, this customer had removed 3/4 of a Bitcoin and 9 Ethereum. Well, if you calculate back then on the 11th of November, those 3/4 of a Bitcoin and 9 Ethereum was worth $16,000. That was back in November. Of course, we know that 9 Ethereum today is probably worth 12,000 itself, and 3/4 of Bitcoin is nearly 20,000. So these figures are kind of out of kilter right now. But at that point in time, this was amazing. 16,000 removed in profit in 12 days. I'll also like to say that this customer does not build a business. They don't introduce other customers. This is just passive, totally passive, not sharing this with anyone. And the idea here is getting your money to work for you rather than you working for your money. Now, this is the same customer. You can see that after just 20 days, we can now see that they'd removed $31,000. So it's the same 4 plans, all of them active. And you can see they'd taken out 1.24 Bitcoin and 15 Ethereum. Well, 15 Ethereum is worth 20,000 today, and 1.24 Bitcoin is worth 40,000. So you can see that this is well out of, it was fantastic back then, but because Bitcoin has moved up, because Ethereum has moved up, you're getting the benefit. There's other programs out there where they trade in dollars, so you miss the benefit of the bull market with cryptocurrency. And we have the same client again. And what you'll notice now is that one of the plans has expired. And that was that small plan of Ethereum. It was a short-term plan of 15 days. So it's finished. But the other 3 plans, the 2 Bitcoins and the 25 Ethereum, they have 59 days left to go. So in effect, this was after 31 days, this customer had taken out $50,000. This is totally passive. This has nothing to do with team or introducing other people. This is their money working for them. You can see they took out almost 2 Bitcoin. Well, that's I don't know, that's 2 Bitcoin is 70,000, and 24 Ethereum is nearly 30,000. There's 100,000. So that's even doubled since, ladies and gentlemen. But back then, on the 8th of December, that was calculated on what Bitcoin was and Ethereum was back then was 50,000. This client has now got 100,000. But back then, it was 50,000 just in 31 days. When we go to day 62, which is actually today, how do we know? Because the client still has those 2 Bitcoins and 25 Ethereum, and the same funding has 28 days left to go. So they took out 90 days, they've 28 days still remaining, and now they've taken out 3.84 Bitcoin, 48 Ethereum. That's 189,000 in 62 days, guys. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing where they don't introduce anyone. This is just their money working for them. This has nothing to do with customers. This is pure mathematics, guys. This is incredible and a very, very happy customer. Now, You can be passive, like Simon, we just mentioned there, his account, or you can be active, and active means maybe you like to share it with others. Well, it really depends on you. If you don't have the money to put in yourself, well, then maybe you want to build a team and get some commissions and use that to get your money working. So what I want to show you now is here's the history of some customer team development. And for the new people, I want to let you know there are 5 clocks on your dashboard. So this is for your bonuses. This tells you how many partners you have. This tells you how many of those partners are active. In other words, if 2 people signed up for free and didn't take out a plan, this would say 2 and this would say 0 because they hadn't activated the plan. In this case, there was 2 customers and both of them had activated the plan, and this was the first day of this particular customer's account. So on the first day, they shared it with 2 customers, and of course, there was 2 of them active. The second day, things changed. There was now 7 total customers, and 4 of them had activated a plan. On the third day, there was 38 customers and 14. Now, you might ask yourself, well, why is there a difference between the 38 and the 14? That's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If somebody listened to a presentation and they liked it and they got registered, they could register for free. But imagine you never followed up with them. Imagine you never called them to answer the questions. Imagine they didn't know how to get Bitcoin or how to fund an account. Imagine they were a little bit confused or had questions and you didn't follow up and answer the questions. Well, then they'd be sitting in here as free customers and they will never activate a plan unless you talk to them. So that might be one reason. Maybe they read something on the internet. Maybe they've no money. Maybe they joined and they need to wait until the end of the month. So there is a discrepancy between your partners registered and those that have a plan. But in this example, there's actually 14 people here making money every day. That's the difference. These 14 have chosen to make money. The rest of these guys, well, they're sitting there looking at it. On the 4th day, it grew to 68 customers with this particular account. 27, almost half of them now are making money because they opted in for one of these plans. You will know in 24 hours if this works or not. In 24 hours from now, you get your first payment. If you think about this for a day or a night or a week or a month, you're losing time because this pays 24 hours after your deposit. You get your first piece of profit within exactly 24 hours. So on this particular date, which was the 27th of October, how do I know that? Well, we've evidence. If you look on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, on the 27th of October, 2020, that's when this was taken. This is the same day that the documentation was given in those earlier documents I showed you from the government. This happened on the 27th of October. That ASIC recognized this customer. They had an Australian business number. There was 75 million of fully paid capital. All of those details, the business changed because look what happened for this client on day 5. Day 5, the partners or the customer base grew from 68 to 461. It grew from just 27 with a plan to 250. Isn't that remarkable? 1 day's difference when people got confidence, when people started to understand. Now there's 250 people making money and there's another 250 thinking about making money. That's the difference. There's 250 making money and there's another 250 almost thinking about making money. That's the difference. Day 6, there was 600 customers, 388 active. Day 7, there was 681 customers and 424 active. These top 424 have been making money every single day. Now, just to calculate here for a week, just to show you the potential, I'm not saying you're going to do this yourself. This is just showing you the potential. You can see here that this client earned $4,361. They also got a $3,000 bonus. So for that week, wasn't bad, $7,361. So if you're hardworking, if you're industrious, if you promote events, if you learn some skills, if you follow the training and take guidance and support from your active offline, you too could get these kind of results, I suppose. But it's entirely up to you, the effort, the time you put into your business. Now, the same account on day 75, that's a big difference. We jumped from day 7 when there was 680 to day 75. There was 8,600 customers, 5,000 people making money. On day 83, there was 9,900, 6,000 decided to make money. These other 3,000 people are thinking about making money. There's 6,168 making money. That was day 83. Day 90, there was 11,000 customers, 7,000 making money. And today, day 97, on the 28th of January, there you go, 28th of January, 2021, 97 days, there was now 13,000 people, 8,500 making money. So that's a full update on those particular accounts. And I want to thank those individuals who shared that information with us. They didn't have to do that, but they were very open and willing to share that data with all of us. Now, when you go to take a withdrawal, you have options, and I must correct this, because at the moment there's an issue with Payeer. They're having challenges with the Payeer payout system. This is a card company where your money goes onto a card. The Perfect Money is working, Litecoin's working, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and USDT, but the Payeer is not available at the minute. And as soon as that's corrected, I'm sure that'll appear live in the back offices. So there are various options. If you've let's say these $68 you wanted to take out, you put this, you can change this to Bitcoin, just select Bitcoin and put in $68 withdraw, and that $68 will go to your Bitcoin wallet in Bitcoin. Or if you prefer Ethereum, you type in over here 68.681, you click Ethereum, press withdraw, and those $68 will go to your Ethereum wallet. And if you want to take out the Bitcoin, you change this to Bitcoin, put in the amount, and if you want Ethereum, so it's very, very, very simple. I'm just giving you a guided tour of the back office. Now we're going to go to another client. Now this is a totally different client, and this is an interesting story. This is Alexander. Many of you on this call remember we interviewed Alexander, and it was quite funny at the time. Alexander shared this with us, and we asked Alexander one simple question. We says, Alexander, who does your photoshopping for you? He wasn't too pleased. We thought this was impossible. How could you get 3.37 Bitcoins? And Alexander went on to tell us he worked in the medical profession. He told us that he had been on holidays because his last withdrawal, if you look here, nobody can tell lies, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody can tell lies here. On the 20th of October, that's when he took out 5.93 Ethereum. And he hadn't taken any more withdrawals for 2 weeks. He was away on holidays. And when he came back, he withdrew 3.3749 Bitcoin. Well, anyway, for those of you who remember the interview, we said to Alex, I mean, how do you make all this money? I mean, this is impossible. I mean, this is crazy. And he said he couldn't believe it himself. And I said, well, how do we know this is real? I said, it says here you've taken out $10,000, 4.5 Bitcoin, and 12 Ethereum. I mean, that's serious. And he said, give me 1 minute. And we looked at each other. What do you mean, give me 1 minute? Where is it? Alex, hello? And he says, give me 1 minute, please. And what he did was he went to what's called the Explorer. And that shows you the live transactions, the confirmations of these transactions. So this is the transaction ID. This is the amount, 3.3749. Let's just go back, 3.3749. Let's check the date. We're looking at the 6th of November at 8 a.m. 6th of November, 8 a.m. Well, yep, 6th of November, 10:30 a.m. So 2 hours after the withdrawal, you can see here that those 3.374 Bitcoin hit Alexander's wallet. And at that time, those were worth $53,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 3 Bitcoins today is nearly $100,000. Can you see the power of accumulating these digital assets? And we had another conversation with Alex a month later. And we said to Alex, you know, that was very impressive what you showed us back in November. How has the business been recently? And Alex says, give me a second. And he logged into his account and he showed us, he took out 7 Bitcoins. And I went, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I said, you know the next question, Alex, don't you? Who does your photoshopping for you? And he says, yeah, I know where you're going with this. So on the, let's get the date here. On the 4th of December, 2020 at 9:46 a.m., 7 Bitcoins apparently paid out from Beurax. Well, he went to the Explorer. Here's the transaction ID. Here's the total confirmations, 7 Bitcoin. Let's get the time. 4th of December, 2020, 11:45. Let's go back here. 4th of December, that's right, 9:46. Yeah, so within 2 hours of pressing the withdrawal button, the status went live. This goes gray and then it ticks when it's paid. And you can see that he was duly paid 7 Bitcoins. And that was in 1 month. And that was $135,000. $135,000. Well, 7 Bitcoins today at $30,000 is 210,000, guys. This is just remarkable, absolutely remarkable. Total transparency here, total confirmations. We were just blown away with this. So what I want to talk about now is, if you, it's really a compensation plan. It's a 1-page document. You'll find that on the same PDF. It's very, very simple. If you were to refer someone to the project, please, guys, don't give anybody any money. Don't let your friend take money off you. If you're going to do business with this company, do it directly. Please, please, please. Go and write to the Australian government. Go and get that document. Satisfy yourself and pay them directly. Don't give it to somebody else. Why? Because they're not licensed to take money from you. They're not licensed to tout investments. Now, of course, we're assuming Beurax is licensed to do it, but do business with them directly. Don't let anybody take money from you. Please, please, please. This is real business. You must do it directly with the company. And if you do it, if somebody does that business directly with the company, we get what's called a referral bonus. Now, this is very like some of the TV channels. If you refer the TV channel that you like to even Netflix, they will give you a bonus. They'll give you a bonus for bringing them a new customer. Lots of businesses are doing this today. Find us a new customer, we'll give you a referral bonus. Well, here's the exact same thing. So this company don't advertise on the internet. They don't pay Google. They don't pay Facebook. They don't pay the television channels. They pay you if you bring them a referral. So we refer them to the company, okay? Refer them directly to the company website. Let these individuals transact directly with the company, and you're going to get 6% of their contribution. And in fact, if they share it with somebody else, you get 3%. If they share it with somebody else, who you'll definitely not know, that's 1%. And you get a variety of smaller commissions down 15 referral levels. And that's absolutely amazing. And when your total team structure is $10,000 of contribution, then you get a pay rise. Beurax will say, bring us any more customers, and you'll get 7%, 3-1. Once you have $30,000 of business conducted, you get another pay rise, 8%, 4-2. So the more business you bring in your team, the higher the pay rise. And that's very like conventional business. If you work in a firm or in a business or in a shop, you might start off stacking the shelves. Maybe 6 months later, the boss recognizes your hard work. They promote you to supervisor and you get a pay rise. Maybe a year later, you get promoted again to shop manager. Maybe you get promoted after 3 years to area manager. This is the general way business is structured. So same here. The more business you bring them, you get a pay rise. And of course, you get these one-time bonuses. And we have a gentleman on the call tonight who has just received yesterday his $50,000 bonus. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to none other than Fraser. Fraser, you're on the call tonight. Please, would you share with this audience your experience with Beurax? And thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Hugh. Fantastic presentation. Can you hear me okay?
Certainly can, Fraser. Absolutely. Tell the people what part of the world you're in and how you're finding Beurax, please.
Sure, yeah, guys, big welcome to the call. My name is Fraser. I'm originally from the UK, but I've been living in Cyprus now for the last 11 years. I've been involved with the online industry for around 20 years. I have to say that to this point of coming into Beurax, I was about to hang up my boots from network marketing. And so I was ready to put my feet up and enjoy the sunshine here in Cyprus. But my very good friend of mine showed me an opportunity. I looked at it and I thought, okay, let's have a look at it. It looks very interesting. We looked at the documentation, as Hugh's already spoken about. We looked at the various videos and the returns on a passive level. That was what I was looking at, the passive level. Little did I know at that point, which was October of last year, that this business was going to explode. And it has been an absolute explosion of people joining us in this program. What I will say is, in 20 years of working online, every company that I've ever worked for, and pardon my language, their support has been utter crap, absolute garbage. I've never ever been in a business that has had good support until I landed in this opportunity with Beurax. You see, you can live chat support during the EU working hours, and they will respond to you within minutes. Since October, I've had occasions to contact them, and I've never ever not got hold of support within 5-10 minutes. They've resolved issues, they've paid bonuses, and that's what's really, really exciting about this. Hugh has talked about the level of people that are joining this opportunity. And I ask myself, why is that happening? And the reason why it's happening, guys, is that each and every person that has joined Beurax and created a plan, and it doesn't matter whether that plan is $20 or $20,000, that person is going to get paid profit every single working day until the plan ends. And that has never changed. Every single person receives their profit every working day. Every single person receives their commissions if they share this opportunity. And every single person who has withdrawn from Beurax gets their withdrawal in a timely fashion. And that, for me, is phenomenal. The one thing that sets this company apart is their attention to detail. You see the site, it's flawless. The site's never gone down. We've never had any technical issues. We don't have withdrawals going missing. We don't have commissions or profits not being paid. Everything is on point every single day. And that is why so many people are joining Beurax now. Before I just move on, what I would like to do, if that's okay with you, because I've been answering some of the questions in the back office while Hugh has been presenting. And one or two people have asked the question about how Beurax can provide this level of profit to us as we purchase our plans. Well, it's very simple, guys. These guys are running what they call a nanosecond crypto trading robot. And I'm not going to go into the technical detail, but you can see here, and you do not have to be a member to get this information. This is directly on the site. If you go onto Beurax.com and go to the trading platform, or you can go straight to here, trading.beurax.com, you are live into what we call the mirror of the trading platforms. Now, we know that Beurax is trading over 9 different exchanges. We know, and we can see here, that they are trading across 9 different pairs. But what is exciting is that this, as Hugh's already said, this platform is being updated every minute of every single day. And you can see the success that they're having. You can see here, this is on Bitcoin USDT. Over the last 24 hours, they've gained a 1% profit over the last 24 hours. That's just on Bitcoin USDC. Over 7 days, just over 7% trading profit, and over 30 days, a 55.58% profit. That's just on one pair. If we go to Ethereum, They've got 0.96 trading profit. Litecoin, 0.92 trading profit. 0.43 trading profit. You can see the way that we're going here. Every single day, they are creating profit. There you see XMR to USDC, 1% trading profit. So when people ask me, how can they pay these levels of commissions? It's very simple. They have got over $40 million trading in the system at any one time. You add the figures up, guys. All the figures are here. $40 million are trading on a nanosecond trading bot that is creating positive results in every aspect. Do they lose on trades? Of course they do. But overall, that 24-hour period, they're making 1% across the 9 pairs. So that's generally over 9 pairs. That's a 9% profit. And they're paying you between 1.4% and 4.2% maximum. So that's the reason why they can pretty much pay you at that level of profit every day, because they're making that profit back in excess of that every single day. That's really important for you to know that. And this site is updated every couple of minutes. It refreshes. If I refresh my screen, it would do that. In terms of my team, I've shared this with a number of people across various parts of the world: Australia, UK, Europe, Africa, and America, Canada. And some of those people, in fact, 90% of those people have joined us, and they've dipped their toe, found out that they're earning profits every single day. More importantly, found out that they could withdraw those profits every day, single day. And so therefore, they then started to have confidence and start to share this opportunity. That's pretty much it from me. I'm not going to talk to you about how much money I've earned. I've been here since October. I've definitely earned money. I'm definitely in profit. I don't want to brag about what I've done or what I haven't done. For me, what's important is that every single person in our structure, and each and every one of you are in our structure, it's important that you earn profits every day. It's important that you earn commissions every day. It's important that you are able to withdraw your money and get it in a timely manner every single day. And that we have not had one complaint since we landed on this project in October of last year. I've got one very special guy that I would like to introduce you to, if I may. And I'm going to ask him to come on to the call. He's a very good friend of mine from part of Africa. This gentleman is a health practitioner. He's also an entrepreneur. He is a family man. He has had huge success here in Beurax. He is from one of the parts of the world that has its challenges, to say the least, in Nigeria. But I know personally that this gentleman, the work that he's put in, the team that he's brought in, has absolutely transformed him and his family and his circle of friends' life. So I'm going to let Dr. Charles Emmanuel, please. Dr. Charles, please tell us a little bit about your story.
You like to know that enough.
Okay, Dr. Charles, the mic is all yours, my friend.
Hello. Okay, good evening, team. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Carry on.
Okay, Beurax, I got on the Beurax project last year, early September, when my pastor friend in Liberia talked to me about the project. And I looked at it, did my due diligence. I saw the certificate from ASIC, and I did a lot of other investigation. and I find out that this is a project that I and my team, we can hop in. Since then, we've been on this team. This Beurax project, it has been a wonderful blessing to me and to my team. 2 days ago, I hit the Diamond Manager with Beurax. It has been awesome. We've been getting paid. I have not noticed any error with the team. Withdrawal less than 1 minute. And anytime you chat the support group, the response is fast. So this is a project I would encourage everybody to join. And I see that the company has 75 million US dollar bond with the Australian government. I've seen their staff over 270. And Brother Watts is a man with no hidden identity. So I will encourage everyone to be part of this project, and it's going to help you a lot. Continue to share the Beurax opportunity with your team on social media, Facebook, and on WhatsApp group. You are going to hit the rank. Fraser, thank you very much for bringing this opportunity to us. It's amazing. Beurax is amazing. I and my wife who have earned over that's $17,000 from Beurax. That's awesome. That is a lot of money. In my country, that's about say 9 million naira from Beurax. And we are breaking more ground because we are taking our campaigns to the nook and cranny, and more people are coming on board. Thank you, Fraser.
Dr. Charles, thank you for your input, and most importantly, thank you for the support and the hard work that you and your team over there in Nigeria. So guys, that's from part of the world there in Africa, Nigeria. I'm going to hand it back to Hugh Paul now to either close it down or hand it back to somebody else. Hugh, it's back to you, my friend.
Thanks very much, Fraser, and thanks for those excellent testimonies. And well done to both of you. And it leaves me for just one more testimony, and we'll go straight now to Paul. Paul, are you on the call? I can see. Hopefully, you got your mic connected. How are you getting on, Paul, with Beurax?
Good evening. Good evening. I hope
you need to come closer to your microphone, Paul.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me, because I have issues with this microphone.
No, you're too far away from the microphone, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness me! How's that? Is that better?
Okay, that'll do. Thank you. We can't hear you at all. So unfortunately, we're going to have to let Paul go, and let us just now finish off tonight's presentation. You've heard some testimonies from various people from around the world. Lots of people are having success, and what I would say is that it was actually Paul, I think, shared this, that had you got 1 Bitcoin at 3.1% a day, after just 17 days, you would have half a Bitcoin returned. After 33 days, you would have more than a Bitcoin. So even though it's a 90-day plan, you've got your full Bitcoin back and profit after just 33 days. After 65 days, you've got 2 Bitcoins, and then after 90 days, it's 2.79 Bitcoins. So that's it. Thank you for spending this last 55 minutes to an hour with us. That was just a fair and honest overview of what we found with this company. We do wish you all the success you deserve. Please do your own due diligence, do your homework, be satisfied with your decision, and I wish you all the success. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you all again. Thank you. Bye-bye.